Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. It has been quite rightly said that good subject selection is half success, especially when it comes to CSS exam. Subjects should neither be finalized very early nor quite late. Aspirants are generally found quite perplexed, especially when it comes to finalizing their optional subjects. They often fall prey to the biggest terms such as scoring trend. In this way, most aspirants follow blindly recommendations made by others and have to rely heavily on the advice of others that often does not prove to be right for every aspirant. After the revised syllabus, the selection of optional subject becomes even more crucial. This has come quite hard at the aspirants and has stunned them completely, where they were seen biting their nails and scratching their heads after failing to cope with simple yet technical and analytical questions. And only a scoring mind can score well. An ASP Mufakhar Adil got second position in CSS 2006. He said that he did masters in English LLB, but he neither took English nor any subject of law as optional. He went for entirely new subjects, the subjects in which he had the interest. His combination included Islamic history, Urdu, sociology and journalism. It was mainly because of these subjects that he managed to score 76% marks in optional subjects and hence secured second position overall. Therefore, it is highly recommended that aspirants must keep the following aspects in mind prior to finalizing their optional subjects. To go through the prescribed revised syllabus by Federal Public Service Commission. Opt your subjects in accordance with your educational background, but bear in mind that you need not go for natural sciences. One of the best ways to analyze one's capabilities in natural sciences subject is to review past 10 years papers. In this way, one can easily understand the prospective problems and rate of success. By reviewing past 10 years papers, one can easily calculate how much diligent efforts are required to get excellent marks in this subject. Please neither underestimate nor overestimate your. In case of overestimation, none would endure loss but only you. Underestimation is somewhat good because it would work as impetus for hard working. But important thing is opting these subjects is your aptitude. Higher the aptitude, higher would be the rate of success. At the same time, you need to be aware of subjects that are literary in nature, such as English literature and Urdu literature. Past papers always provide you with different perspectives relating various subjects. Past papers analysis will enable you making any decision whether you are able to handle that very subject. Remember, Federal Public Service Commission does not have any hard and fast rule to sticking to its syllabus. It may ask you for the applications of any subject. For instance, you might be asked to resolve any international conflict by applying international law principles. Last but not least point in opting optional subjects is to evaluate scope of subjects. Go for the subjects where you have adequate interest coupled with relatively shorter syllabus instead of that subject where you feel too aptitude coupled with too much syllabus. No denying the fact that there are certain subjects which are really marks yielding These subjects such as accounting and auditing, public administration, USA history, philosophy, sociology, etc. The phenomena is true to some extent only. Since revising the syllabus, the perception of scoring has shifted towards overlapping of subjects. For instance, international relations does overlap with essay, current affairs and Pakistan affairs. However, regional languages and history subjects do tend to help you gain more marks. Hence, if possible, one must go for it. Basically, sporting subjects are those that help you build your knowledge base along with expanding one's intellectual capacity. Optional subjects do overlap with one another in the following ways, such as the following. International relations is overlapping with international law, USA history and European history. In the same way, political science is overlapped with constitutional law or any history subject. Muslim law and jurisprudence is overlapping with Islamic studies and Islamic history and culture. Sociology helps you in gender studies. There are many topics in philosophy that are overlapping with political science. Criminology is overlapping with psychology and international law with international relations, environmental sciences with general science and ability to some extent. There are many topics of history of India and Pakistan that are interrelated with Pakistan affairs, governance and public policy overlapping with public administration. Aspirants at this stage should consider these points for scoring high marks in any optional subjects you need. One's aptitude concerning the subject, one's skill concerning the subject, one's capacity concerning enhancement, one's capability in the subject. No subject is low scoring if one is well prepared. It is not that no subject is low scoring subject in itself. Your depth of knowledge earns you the marks. Only requirement to get high score is to know how to deal the subjects. Your aptitude is your strength. Higher the aptitude, higher would be your success rate. No one bothers to truly understand what really is a scoring subject. Here I am going to enlist some things that can be used to judge whether a subject is scoring or not and whether you can perform well in the subject or not. One of the simplest techniques that aspirants can use to judge whether a subject is scoring or not is by looking at its syllabus. The most scoring subjects usually have a shorter outline as compared to others. The subjects with short syllabus take less time to be covered and aspirants can cover major portions of the syllabus much more comprehensively. Thus, students are in a better position to attempt any question that is asked, even the unexpected ones, in the exam and therefore score high marks. For example, USA history has the shortest syllabus as compared to European and Indo-Pak history. This is the most authentic criteria for predicting about a subject whether it is scoring or not. The repetition of questions in a particular subject allows students to prepare selective questions and topics comprehensively and attempt them in the exam in the most perfect manner. In some subjects, questions are copied and pasted on the question paper and leave little to surprise the aspirants. In some subjects, sometimes covering as little as 5 to 8 topics can enable a student to attempt all the 4 questions. For example, one can easily secure good marks by preparing past papers of last 10 to 15 years. The subjects with absolute nature of answer, like science subjects, is to review past 10 years papers. In this way, one can easily understand prospective problems and rate of success. When all has been said and done, in the end, it would be you and your effort that would make the difference. Always be confident to follow your heart and choose a subject that you feel would get you good scores. Your personal interests, educational background, and aptitude in a particular subject are good enough reasons to make a subject scoring and can help you gain considerable advantage over others. It would be worth mentioning to the aspirants attending this session that they have enough time to make the most rational and logical decision. Use this time to your advantage and select those subjects which can get you miles ahead from other candidates. Take a day out and filter out some subjects and view their course outline and past papers. This would give you a head start and boost your confidence a lot. As said before, your aptitude is your strength, and next step to get excellent marks is to administer your aptitude. Only advice that could be given is to evaluate your aptitude precisely. Point is to put effort. It includes the ability and competence to handle the subject. Never go into conflict with yourself. If your heart does not accept any subject, your mind never will. I could not stand agriculture and forestry because my heart never accepted it. Lower the aptitude, higher would be boredom. Higher would be boredom. Higher would be boredom, higher the difficulty in dealing the subject, and ultimately higher stamina would be required to burn that subject. Please do not waste your vitality just in digesting perceived knowing a subject. Try to opt a subject that provides you safer passage on the basis of your educational background, precise syllabus, repetition of questions from past papers, and overlapping. Try to opt subjects that give you the freedom to express your own general opinions, for example, sociology and journalism, etc. CSS exam is not about clearing or passing the written exam, but it is about scoring maximum marks. Compulsory subjects such as essays, English Precis and Composition, and Islamic Studies are the most vulnerable subjects. You had better focus on merely passing these papers rather than scoring very highly. It is you who is going to finalize the subjects. Do not leave it to someone else, nor you should follow someone's advice blindly. Since there is difference between your aptitude and background and that of other person.